So good receipt is basically a good movement with which this receipt of goods from a vendor or from the production is posted. A good receipt leads to an increase in the warehouse stock, and all transactions that brings about a change in the stock are entered in the real-time SAP R3, right? After that, stock is updated real time at the time of posting a good receipt. So whenever you are posting a good receipt in your system, at that time your stock is being updated, right? Whenever in case of good receipt, it's being increased from whatever is the current stock level. Then good receipt are processed against the open purchase order quantity. So you can only make the entries of a good receipt against a open purchase quantity, right? If there is any purchase order which is being closed or which is already being delivered, against that you cannot receive a good receive the goods. The open purchase quantity is the quantity still to be delivered for an ordered item. It is calculated as the difference between the quality ordered and the quantity delivered to the date, right? So in SAP system specifically, there are different types of movement types which are dedicated towards various kinds of movement, whether your goods is being coming in the warehouse, whether it's being shipped out of the warehouse, whether it's being transferred to the another unit. So there are various type of goods movement in this particular ERP, and likewise there in other ERPs also, other substituted ERPs also, there are different notations that are given to these movement types, right? So what is the purpose of this good receipt? You use this component to post the receipt of a good from an external vendor or from the production or from another plant. A good receipt leads to an increase in the warehouse stock. So in this picture we can, it's clearly shown that your overall good receipt process, the purpose of this is to basically receive the inventory from either from the vendor or from the production unit, right? And it basically leads to the increase in the overall stock of the warehouse or on the store. Now it can be categorized into two types. First is the planned good and then is the unplanned good. Okay. So planned good are those goods which are basically already being informed, or arrival of those are already being informed to the party, right? So planning a good receipt in advance means storing certain information that is important for the goods receipt before the actual good receipt is posted. Now advantages of planned good receipt is it's very simplified and accelerated the good receipt process and to better organize the work at the good receiving point. So it's always better to have a planned good receipt, because when you have a planned good receipt, then you are more available to receive the goods, and you are already informed about this. So it's a very important thing. Now material planning can monitor the stock of ordered or manufactured material and achieve an optimal inventory balance also. Planned receipts are also important for determining whether you have received material promised by the vendor or in-house production. Without them, the system can not establish a link between ordered and the receipt. So what are the features of a planned good receipt? Depending on the source of information, the system distinguish between three types of planned good, right? So the inbound deliveries that are planned are always productive and always received at a received at a very good with a very good process, and we are more updated with those. So if we talk about the types of planned good receipt, so planned good receipt using purchase orders that contains all the information needed for planning the good, right? So if you are already being informed that what kind of material is about to deliver at your premises, then you are pre-prepared to receive that, right? You might arrange some material handling equipment already, or you are, if any kind of labors are required, you can arrange it before arriving the material. You can create the space also if it's required, if the material is large or bulky. So one of the important planned good receipt is this. Then planned good receipt using production orders. So production orders contain all information necessary to plan a good receipt, right? So whatever, if there is any kind of material which you are going to receive from the production unit, then this particular planned good receipt is used. So you can basically see that production, what kind of items is being produced and what is the quantity of the items that are that are going to deliver, right? Then third is the planned good receipt using reservations. So if your company does not have the purchasing component or the production orders, you enter reservation to plan goods receipt from the vendor. Right now, what is reservation? Reservation is again the safety and the buffer stock. So basically we can reserve some material also, and we can keep the material in the reservations also if there is some delay in the purchasing or the production component. Now, good receipt with reference to the purchase order, right? First is that what are the different kinds of documents against which you can receive the goods. So first is you can receive the good against the purchase order. So already a purchase order has been issued to the vendor, and on the behalf of that purchase order, your vendor is supplying the material to you, right? So the delivery is marked in the purchase order history. This allows the purchasing department to monitor the purchase order history and initiate reminder procedures in the event of a late delivery. The vendor invoice is checked against the order quantity and the delivered quantity, and the good receipt is evaluated on the basis of the purchase order priced or the invoice price. So this is a diagram here or a flowchart here which shows the good receipt with purchase order. So purchase order, we have a vendor, then we receive the goods against the purchase order, and then we check the quantity, the quality of the material, and then we finally take the product inside the warehouse. Now, what are the effects of good receipts? So there are some effects that are being mentioned here. First is material document is created. So whenever you are receiving any good, so a kind of documentation is produced, okay, which is going to help you for the further inquiry or further any kind of requirement if there is there any. Accounting document is created if the good movement is relevant for the accounting, right? So a kind of document is also being created which helps the account department to know the exact status of the inventory. Stock and consumption account is updated, right? Your all what is the existing stock, how much is being updated, and then how what is the increase in the stock. So all such things are basically also updated in this. Then stock and value updated in material master. Then PO history also updated. So whenever you are going to update the material against any purchase order, so that particular purchase order is either will be closed or maybe partially fulfilled, right? So it is also helps in updating the PO history. Next, effective inspection lot is created for QM relevant material. So there are certain types of products and materials which are basically required the quality inspection. So whenever you are receiving any such quality material, any such material, then you are also created a document which is relevant for the quality inspection. So now we'll discuss the good receipt posting. So in this diagrammatic representation, we can see that good receipt posting is there. So first of all, purchasing data, good receipt slip, material document, GL accounts, stock quantity consumption, point of consumption, accounting department. So one good receipt, whenever you are receiving a good, so one receiving of good create a lot of documents which helps in to various departments. It will going to help the accounting department for the vendor reconciliation. It also going to update the stock quantity. It also going to update the point of consumptions. It also going to update the purchase order history or purchase data. Then apart from this, it also generate a good receipt slip, and then a material document and a GL account is also being updated. So good receipt create a lot of documentations, which are going to basically help to a lot of departments. Now let's see that how the good receipts can be done. So we basically follow two-step process in good receipt. In the In the case of one-step process, materials are directly taken into stock and posted to the consumption based on the nature of purchase order. And in the case two process, material are taken to basically up in a block stock. Block stock means that it is not yet being accepted and are subsequently taken to the stock, right? So both of these processes are relevant in case of the ERP's acceptance of good receipt, right? So you can either, in either way, you can accept the. So there are various documents for the good receipts, reference document against which you can make the entry. So against purchase order, you can receive the goods. Against order, you can receive the goods. Against inbound, outbound deliveries, you can receive the goods. So there are various kinds of goods receive reference document. Now, what is the process if you want to receive the goods without a reference document? So if there is, so if there is any kind of, let's say, emergency where you want the good immediately, but you don't have any kind of document against which you'll be receiving the goods. So what happens in that case? So good receive can be created without reference by options, and the others use usually used for scenarios like initial stock, right? If there is any kind of organization जहाँ पे already stock is existed, now you are transferring the stock into another organization. In this scenario, you will basically use the initial stock update, then against without any reference document. Then you will, or probably any kind of free sample that is being provided by the vendor. These can be also received without the purchase orders. If there is any no preceding document or tracking, then the goods can be received. So there are various options in various ERPs by which you can even accept the goods without any reference document. Now, good receipt without reference document, you can enter any goods receipt, initial entry of inventory data whenever you basically want to, if you have already lying stock in your warehouse or any place, and it's basically just lying physically there but not updated in your stock. So what you can do is you can update the stock at the initial level in the ERP, and you can update the overall stock over there, right? Then external good receipt without a purchase order. So if you are working without purchasing component, your external receipt has other good receipt, right? Then internal good without a production order, and even you can accept you can receive the good even the without the purchase production order also. So that is why you can basically update the goods. Good receipt by product can also be entered as miscellaneous good receipts. Okay, so if there is any product which is being delivered without any information or confirmation, you can enter that good also in your inventory. Delivery free of charge, if you receive a delivery from a vendor free of charge for which no purchase order was placed, you can only enter the receipt of the good as other good receipt. Then return from the customer, if any product is being returned from the customer, you can enter that product in the stock return, blocked stock return, which can be used or might be used at a later stage.